Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. Welcome to today's program. We are with Prageet and Julieanne of the Stargate Experience. This is all about becoming super conscious with the Stargate, an interdimensional doorway that assists us in removing the old ways and the old patterns. Now, Prageet and Julieanne both channel Alcazar. Let's welcome Prageet and Julieanne. Hello, welcome.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi, it's beautiful to be with you, Lauren. Thank you.
Yes, we're going to experience a transmission today. For those who don't know who Alcazar is, we're going to learn more about that and more about this technology that was given to you. Let's first check in on where we are here on our Earth. We are in a deep shift, a time for great transformation. What is it that we need to focus on at this time?
Well, at the beginning of the year, Alcazar said this is a year of decision. And what he means by that is it's time for each individual to decide, are we going to wake up or are we going to go deeper into unconsciousness? And he's also said that the energy coming to the planet right now is an energy of magnification, intensification. And so whatever you decide, you're going to be accelerated along that path. So for those people that choose to awaken, then there's going to be a lot of help. And for those people that go unconscious, they're going to go very deeply into unconsciousness. And you see that happening around the world right now. There's so much fear and paranoia and lack also by the global shutdown. And so the negative, so-called negative side is being amplified greatly. And under the surface, simply because of the way our media works, under the surface, there's huge amounts of awakening happening. There's literally thousands and thousands of groups around the world, all in their own particular way, doing meditations and techniques, which are helping them be more aware, more awake. And the Stargate Experience is a process which really accelerates the awakening.
Yeah, so we're living in these times of intensity and density. And so to answer your question about what we need to be doing in these times, it's restoration, it's renewal. With the Stargate, what we do is we create a high vibrational energy field that actually lets us dissolve. And as we dissolve, we elevate. And as we elevate, we draw in the fresh energy that's always available to us. So, yeah.
When Jules says dissolve, we dissolve our constant kind of mind chatter and it expands into an energetic of being more open and more receptive to the guidance or to your intuition. And the beautiful thing about working with the Stargate is it really connects people to their guidance.
Direct spiritual experiences, yeah.
And that is the most important thing that we can be doing in this time, is tuning into that internal guidance, the higher self, the superconsciousness that you speak of. Julieanne, as you said it so beautifully, just allow the higher frequencies to come in.
Yeah.
In fact, Alcazar says very, very regularly, there's nothing to do. And that, for most people initially, well, that's crazy. I've got so much to do. But what he's saying is the energy has changed. We as individuals are changing. And we can move from a place where the conditioning that we've been told for lifetimes, actually, that you have to work hard in order to get what you need. And of course, for most people, you never get everything that you want to create. And you end up at the end of your life exhausted and disappointed, a lot of people. So what Alcazar is saying is this new reality is there's so much energy available if you connect to it. And when you connect to that energy and relax, do nothing, which is hard for most people initially, but he guides us through that. So when you relax and do nothing, your energy gently opens up. And in that opening up, you start to receive. And as you start to receive these higher energies, your own energy starts to elevate without doing anything. And as your energy goes up, you feel more joy. And when you feel more joy, you feel, wow, this is great, it's working. And you relax some more. And what we found is that as people move in this process of becoming super conscious, as they relax more, magic happens on all kinds of levels. Physical healing has happened for dozens and dozens of people. The biggest thing is people start to feel connected around the world because so many people are feeling lonely and alone. And as their energy goes up, they start to realize that we can connect in other ways. And so the physical changes are happening, emotional changes are happening, mental stress is dissolving. It's like all this simply by relaxing into the energy fields.
Yeah. And it, like, I'm curious about what you're finding, because it really feels to us like, in terms of our connection to spirit and the amount of support that's available right now, it's like the floodgates are opening. We're finding, like, what we do is energy meditations. We're finding the energy just taking off. The consciousness spaces we're able to enter into, we're on this leading edge. And so, yeah, it's about entering the field every day and letting that work its magic.
One of the things that this program is about is it's connecting to the quantum field. And it's in the quantum field that we actually create. We think, and we've been trained that we create by what we do and how we work and so on. But the reality, which science is backing up, leading edge science is demonstrating all these things that Alcazar has been saying for years. So it's our vibration, which we're vibrating every moment, 24/7. The thoughts are vibrations. Our feelings are vibrations. Our words are vibrations. And those vibrations move into the quantum field, and the quantum field responds. And so if our thoughts and our feelings are about joy and celebration, focusing on the uplifting things in life, those uplifted vibrations go into the quantum field, and the quantum field responds by showing us what we're vibrating. And so it starts to bring into our life more things to feel good about, more things to celebrate. And so some of the feedback that we've been getting from people is that people who've been out of work for years are getting jobs. People are having money coming in from surprising sources. There's several people just in the last few weeks have written in. There's one person that was going in to hospital to have an eye operation. And when they went in, the doctor said, "Why are you here? There's nothing wrong with your eyes." Things like that are happening. People have gone in for cancer surgery. And when they go in, the doctor says, "But you don't have cancer. There must have been a mistake." So these kinds of things are happening just by relaxing. And it's reinforcing for us every day. There's nothing to do. It's just to understand the new way of creating in this 3D reality, which means putting your intention and awareness in the quantum field. And I'm very excited about this. So I'm talking and talking and not giving you much space, Lauren.
Oh no, you can go on for hours and weeks, and it's
Mm.
beautiful. Well, isn't it beautiful? Because um, it's the opposite. We do the opposite of the old way. And we're certainly being given the chance. I like to see the positive, like you both shared, seeing the positive in everything and seeing everything as a catalyst of our spiritual growth.
Mm.
So what we've noticed as well is the quickness when decisions are made from a loving, compassionate, forgiving way, that the manifestations are actually much quicker when they come about. And
Yeah.
that's the magic that we're living in.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the magic of the quantum field and synchronicity. And it's also the magic of recognizing that we are super conscious beings, and our super consciousness actually cares about our growth first and foremost. So
Mm.
we are going to be creating circumstances sometimes to reflect the places that we don't want to go, where we need
Mhm.
to go in order to grow and evolve and heal.
Mm.
But more and more, as we claim responsibility for how we're being, we can start to create the magic.
Mm. And so the work with the Stargate is not about working on our problems. It's focusing on joy, gratitude, celebration. And everything is vibration. I said that before. The vibration of gratitude. And again, science is demonstrating this now. The vibration of gratitude is like an open receptivity. And in that space, the things that you've been wanting to create can start to come to you. But there's also another element is that this kind of niggly voice inside that says, oh, I can't have that, or I don't deserve that, or it never happens for me, or I'm not going to get a partner in my life, all these things. The beautiful thing is, as you raise your vibration, those voices get less and less. And you, with the joy and with the understanding that Alcazar brings, you start to create new neural pathways. And through these processes, he repeats things again and again in different ways and connects them to different elements. And every time we hear it in a slightly different way, it puts more energy through these new neural pathways. The old pathways, the old belief systems, the old struggles, etc., they are also neural pathways in the brain. But the beautiful thing about the brain, and again, science demonstrates this, is if you don't use it, you lose it. And so these old patterns, if we don't keep on reinforcing them, they literally disconnect in the brain. And science has actually videoed new neural connections coming together and old ones coming apart because they're no longer needed. And that's the process that we share with this superconscious experiencing. On a physical level, it's changing the brain, changing your mind and then the mind, changing your mind changes your brain.
That's why we're
Incredible.
really looking forward to the experience. It really is a beautiful, it's raising our vibration, and it absolutely changes our DNA. And this is
Yes.
what we're going through. And it is comforting to know that we will be done with the fear programming, the lack programming, the lack consciousness, the fear consciousness, as we truly move into heart consciousness. And so, you are both widely known, and your work is widely known. There are a few that may not know who Alcazar is. Can you share who he is and how the Stargate came to us? And then we'll do an experience.
Okay.
So Alcazar is our guide, and he is a spokesperson for a group of universal masters. Their total focus is assisting humanity to wake up. So they're here for ascension. The Stargate is this sacred geometrical structure that it anchors a higher dimensional consciousness, enabling people who meditate within the energy fields to have multidimensional experiences. So this is about effortless expansion of awareness into the realms where we can feel subtle energies, where we can feel guides such as angels, ascended masters, star families, bringing their energy and vibrating us with the energy of enlightenment. So this is about transformation through being bathed in energy fields that uplift us, vibrate us on the level of our DNA, create awakening, enhance intuition, and provide all kinds of potentials that Prageet has been describing.
So Alcazar came to me about 33 years ago now, and it was totally unexpected. I was actually having a massage at the time, and I was deeply relaxed, and the voice started to talk, and it talked for quite a while before I realized it was me that was talking. And when I woke up, the friends that were giving me the massage said, "You were channeling." And it was like, no, yes, you were, do it again. And it started to happen again. And so Alcazar introduced himself. And when he said Alcazar, it's like, that's a really weird name. That's not a name that my mind would make up. But I was very skeptical. I didn't believe that it was really channeling. And so Alcazar just started to tell people things, my friends, about things that had happened to them in their earlier years that I knew nothing about. And then he'd also say to people, in a day or two, this is going to happen to you. And when it happens, call Prageet. So I started to get calls from people saying, wow, what Alcazar predicted, it's happened. And so slowly, he convinced me that this wasn't just my mind, that there was something else. And as soon as I accepted that, he started to guide meditations. And more people came, and more information would come in the meditations. And after about a year, he said, we want you to build a structure. It's called a Stargate, and it's an interdimensional doorway. And this is just one of the smaller ones. The ones that we use when we do workshops around the world is actually much higher. We have a 6.5 foot one and a 10.5 foot one.
Yeah, upstairs in our living room, we have a 10.5 foot tall version of this.
And it has many different sacred geometrical forms in it. Not all of them are sacred geometrical forms in this dimension. They're sacred geometrical forms from other dimensions, which allows this to be an interdimensional doorway. And as Jules said, it's an anchor. The geometry is an anchor for a higher dimensional consciousness. So we're actually working with that consciousness. And when we do our online programs around the world, we have people simply close their eyes and invite an etheric Stargate, which is the consciousness of the Stargate, to invite that to come down around them. And people feel it. And then we ask the Stargate to increase its vibration. And the vibration goes up, and it literally moves up through the vibrational ranges of the dimensions. And so we go up to the 12th dimension, each person, wherever they are in the world. And the beautiful thing about the quantum field is that people feel it instantly. We're in Mount Shasta, and people in Australia or Russia or South America, they're tuned in, they feel the energies happening instantly. So when we go up to that higher vibration, we all become more sensitive to the beings in other dimensions. So we're connecting to these benevolent beings. We simply invite them, and people feel the energy. We often start by inviting the angels. And when people ask for the angels, they can feel the energy coming to them. And those people that have inner vision can see them. And so it's very exciting to hear these people describing what they're seeing.
And all of the senses that we have in the physical can awaken in these energy fields. So sometimes people even are smelling fragrances, or they'll feel a light touch.
Yeah. When Mother Mary comes, for example, so many people smell roses because that's a fragrance that's associated with Mary or Maria.
It seems to be flowers and spices are really common
Yeah,
things for people. It's interesting.
yeah. And so Alcazar's been guiding meditations for 30 something years. And it literally had us traveling all over the world, dozens of different countries between then and now. And now, because of the shutdown, we're doing much more online. And that's actually a benefit in a way, because when we travel to a place and we do it, if it's a large workshop with a few hundred people, that's great. But online, we can do it with thousands of people.
Mhm.
And so we're connecting with thousands of people every day. And when we all connect together, people can feel the energy of the connection instantly. So we always start our Superconscious sessions with inviting people just to put in the chat box where they're from and asking everyone to intentionally connect to everyone around the world. And the magic is, because it's the quantum field, there is no time and there is no physical space, because it's outside of this 3D reality. And so people can tune in instantly, whether they're listening live or whether they're listening to a recording. In fact, we encourage people to listen to the recordings again, because the words and the pictures are recorded, but the energy is the guides, is existence responding to the person in the moment that they're doing the meditation. And so if they repeat it, the energy comes the second time. It's different because they're different.
Yeah.
They're in a different space. It's like, it blows me away. It's incredible. It's like, wow, how does this work? But slowly, I'm understanding more and more of this process and how simple it is, and the magic of when we can really trust there's nothing to do and start relaxing, then the experiences happen. And then it's not a matter about trust anymore. It's a knowing. I know it works. And I know it's working for thousands of people. We had a beautiful elderly woman who wrote to us and said, I'm having to move from where I'm living because I have to go upstairs every day and my knees are given out and I'm looking for a place to live. And then I started doing the Stargate and becoming super conscious. And in a week, my knees are perfect. Things like that are happening. It's changing lives on so many different levels.
Yeah, we love hearing about these things. It's like the best surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't predict it. You can't force these types of things to happen, but they just show up.
Synchronistically, magically. And there's a woman that wrote to us not very long ago. She wanted to move into a house with her new partner, and she had a small apartment. And she found a house, but already there were other people that had put in bids to get the house. And she was the third person. And she found out that very same day that the owners had decided to give it to her. So she was overjoyed. And then it's like, now I have to do something with my apartment. So she went back home, and on the apartment notice board, there was a request, a couple wanting to have an apartment in that building. So in one day, she got a new house and got somebody for her apartment. Things like that.
So these are the things that the thousands of people around the world are reporting as they enter the field every day. It's so fun to read these comments that people are writing to us, and this is part of what we're doing, is we're actually cultivating community. We're inspiring each other.
And that's the beautiful thing. The more you hear about these magical things, the more you start to begin to, wow, I wonder if that can happen for me. And that's when you start opening up to receive. The mind can say, oh, it's just coincidence. Oh, it would have happened anyway. And all these old ways of looking at life, that won't allow people to open up. But if you just simply trust initially, have the experience and listen to what's happening to others, Then, as you're opening up to it, and it's an accelerant. The more you open, the more you receive. The more you receive, the more you want to open. As you can see, we're totally stoked. And it's going out around the world in like 9 different languages too. We've got language teams who are translating all these things to share it. Alcazar said he wants it shared with as many different languages as possible.
Well, thank you for helping our planet raise in consciousness. And this is where solution energy comes from. And I would say, Prageet, that Alcazar is your higher self, perhaps.
No.
No.
No, he's a totally different being. You know that,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
He said once that it doesn't work this way, but it's kind of the only image they can give us. And he said it's as if for Prageet and myself, our higher selves could be seen as like almost like descendants of Alcazar. So like it doesn't work that way, but that gives you kind of a sense of like we're connected. But yeah.
He's not us.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're not him. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for clarifying that.
The great mystery, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're tuned in, and that's the important part. So
Yeah.
then how beautiful it would be for an experience, a little meditation here to tap into that quantum field.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'd be happy to do that. So we would suggest that if people really want to have an experience right now, to close your eyes and be comfortable. And if you're listening to this and you have other things that you need to take care of, come back and listen to it when you can relax, when you can close the eyes.
You want to be able to devote your total attention and tune everything else out, because that's where the transcendence happens. So to have a full experience, first, just close your eyes. There's nothing to do.
And beloved ones, we greet thee, 'tis Alcazar. And it is a great joy and honor for us to be with each one of you in this moment of your time. And so again, we invite you to close the eyes and relax, be comfortable in your body. We also are going to guide you through a short meditation. And in this meditation, there are a few things which we are going to ask you to ask for. For example, the first thing we are going to ask you is to invite the energy of the earth, the energy of Gaia, to come up into your body, into your energy field.
And so we call for the energy of the earth, just asking, just the invitation.
And just allowing for the possibility that Gaia, that is the consciousness of the earth, will respond to you. And some people might even feel a very subtle energy connecting with you. And now we are going to ask each one of you to ask inside. You don't have to speak it out loud, just the intention, just the asking. Just ask for an etheric stargate to come to you. You don't have to know what it looks like, but just the invitation, a genuine invitation for the consciousness of the stargate to come down around you. And you can imagine if you're sitting inside a pyramid, for example. If you don't know what a stargate looks like, just imagine as if you're inside a pyramid.
And so we are calling for the presence of an etheric stargate, the consciousness of the stargate.
And just imagine, allow, sense this structure forming around you. Do not be concerned if you do not feel it yet. So now we are going to vibrate all the etheric stargates, nothing for you to do, just relax. And we are starting to vibrate your etheric stargate right now. And as we vibrate it, we are moving the energy, the vibrations out of the third dimension, moving up through the fourth, through the fifth dimensional frequencies, and into the sixth dimension. And as we continue to accelerate the energies in the Stargate around you, we move up into the 7th dimension where we pause for a few moments.
So your Stargate is now vibrating at this 7th dimensional frequency. And we ask you to invite a strong 7th dimensional energy field in your etheric Stargate.
Each one of you asking inside, we call for a strong 7th dimensional energy field in all the etheric Stargates around the world. And just relax. And your Stargate will begin to vibrate a subtle, higher dimensional energy to you and actually through you, because it vibrates your very DNA. And so just relaxing, not even worried if you are not feeling the energy. It is subtle. It takes a little practice sometimes to feel these subtle energies, but just trust that these energies are gently massaging you on all levels. Nothing to do. Slowly, slowly, your own vibration will begin to harmonize with those 7th dimensional energies around you. It is that simple, it is that easy. There's nothing to do. In fact, if you are trying to feel the energies, just the trying will get in the way. Just relax. Just be present and relaxed.
Very good. And so we continue once again to vibrate all the etheric Stargates faster still. And as the vibration rises, we move up into your 8th dimensional frequencies, vibrating through the 8th dimension into the 9th now, and continuing to rise, accelerating through your 10th into your 11th dimensional reality, and merging now into the 12th dimension, where all the Stargates again are coming to a gentle pause.
And so now we ask each one of you to ask inside for a strong 12th dimensional energy field in your etheric Stargate.
We are calling for a strong 12th dimensional field in all the Stargates.
If you wish to have the experience, it is important that you ask for these things, because the guides respond to you individually. If you choose not to ask, then they will honor that and not bring the experience to you.
So ask, invite a strong 12th dimensional field. And just with the intention, your Stargate is radiating this higher frequency all around you and through you.
And again, your own energy field will gently rise until you are again in harmony with the 12th dimensional energetics. And in this space, in this energy, you will become more sensitive to the guides, the benevolent beings who are available to assist us in this awakening process. And so we're going to start by inviting each one of you just to ask inside for the presence of the angelic realm.
We call for the presence of the angels.
And just feel, just sense the energy. Can you feel it gently changing around you? A little tingling perhaps, or a different sensation as the angels gently come to you in your etheric Stargate. You can ask for them to come closer. Come closer. And you might feel the energy getting just a little bit stronger. The guides respond to you. The more you invite, the stronger your intention, the stronger the response from the guides. You don't have to work hard at it. Just the invitation, a genuine invitation, and the guides come to you. And so just feeling the vibration of the angels around you. And there's a particular group of the angels that work very directly with the Stargate. They are the Elohim Council. So we're going to ask each one of you now to invite the presence of the Elohim Council.
And so we call for the presence of the angels of the Elohim.
And again, just feel the energy around you. And maybe you can sense just a subtle shift as the Elohim bring their energies into this meditation, into this global meditation, in this moment of now. And another beautiful being wishing to join you. She is an ascended master. We call her the Blessed Mother. And she is known by the name of Mary or Maria when she was the mother of this one, Jesus. And so we are going to ask each one of you now just to ask inside, just with a strong intention, with a strong desire, just asking for the presence, the love of the Blessed Mother, Mary or Maria.
And so we call for the presence of the Blessed Mother.
And just feel, here she comes, Mary, Maria, bringing her energy to you in this moment. And again, she comes gently so you can invite her to come closer. Divine motherly energy, divine feminine energy, the Blessed Mother. Simply you're asking, and she is there, sharing her love, her compassion, her understanding. Very good.
And another ascended master now. This is the one known as Saint Germain, known for his work with the violet flame that burns away imperfections, impurities from your energy field. And so we ask you to invite the presence of this ascended master, Saint Germain.
We call for the presence of Saint Germain. And again, just feel.
Here he comes.
Here he comes. Saint Germain, bringing his energy into this meditation, into your etheric stargate. And you can feel his energy. And then after a moment, he will merge his energy with Mary, with the angels, creating a field of oneness around you. Another very well-known master, the Buddha, wishes to join you. And so each one of you asking inside now for the presence of Lord Buddha.
We call for the presence of Gautama the Buddha.
And feel, here he comes. A gentle shift, divine masculine energy. Very, very beautiful energy. The Buddha. Yes. And one more master who's well known to many people. She is Kuan Yin, who carries the energy not only of love but of compassion, something that is needed very much in these times. So we ask each one of you to invite the presence of Kuan Yin.
We call for the presence of Kuan Yin.
And feel. Here she comes. Kuan Yin, coming very softly, very gently to join us and to merge your other energies with those who have come before. There are many, many guides from many different realities. We would like to introduce you to some whom we call the star families. These are very advanced spiritual beings who have reached that state of enlightenment many millions of your Earth years ago. And so we will start by introducing you to those known as the Pleiadians.
And so we ask you to ask inside for the presence of the star family from the Pleiades.
And feel, here they come in their light bodies, the Pleiadians. And maybe you can sense a subtle change in the energy around you. The Pleiadians, bringing their support. For the star families are waiting for humanity to awaken and to join your rightful place in the galaxy, in the universe. And one more star family who work with the Stargate very regularly. They are the Arcturans.
And so again, just the asking is all that is needed. We call for the presence of the Arcturans.
And again, just feel as the Arcturans also bring their energy into this global meditation, bringing their love and their support, their understanding. For they have also gone through this awakening process in their history. Very good.
One final star family wishing to join you. They are the ones known as the Hathors. And so again, we invite you to ask inside. We call for the presence of the Hathors.
And feel, here they come, the Hathors. And they have lived here on your earth in the times of Egypt, when Egypt was on the leading edge of awakening for humanity. And you can indeed still see statues or images of the Hathors there in your Egypt. And so, beloveds, a gentle taste of the Stargate energetics, just a gentle taste. There are so many other realms that you can connect with. The angels, the fairies, the dragons, the unicorns, these are all real beings that humanity throughout the ages has rejected and disconnected from. But more and more people, as you begin to awaken, are feeling the presence and support of these other realms. And so, beloved ones, we thank you for sharing this experience with us. Take a moment and just tune in to your energy. Just feel the vibration that is happening within. Perhaps you can feel this vibration. You have, just in these few minutes together, raised your vibration. We thank you. And if you feel touched by that which we are offering, we invite you to join us for more experiences. And we wish to thank this one, Lauren, for making this available so that we can share our energetics with you. Good day.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We could feel that. I truly hope everyone's felt it. I actually had some smells as well. Very interesting that each of the beings I could feel. I hope everyone truly could. And they were each different.
Yeah.
And this, as we started our show, what's the most important thing people can be doing? This is the most important thing that we can be doing. There is a palpable energy shift. I feel like I'm going to float away. I feel like there's no worry at all, that we are truly here with our consciousness and going on journeys like that, feeling the resonance of other beautiful beings truly fortifies us, and we feel great.
It realigns our trajectory. If you think about doing this every day,
Mm.
you're aligning with that space of worry-free. You're aligning your biology with that spaciousness. You're aligning, like, literally the path of your day could evolve completely differently.
Yeah. We've had so many people saying, I've been doing techniques and meditations for 10, 20, 30 years, and nothing moves me faster than these experiences with the Stargate. And it's like, that just really touches me when people write in like that. Because it's the time now. In the past, it has been hard work. There was nothing wrong with what we've done in the past, because we've been working to raise the vibration to this extent, where now there's nothing to do. We can open and receive.
And hold this vibration and share it with others.
Indeed. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. We've got this. We have got this. And to feel each of the different, Saint Germain felt different. Mother Mary was the first smell. It did smell like roses, but a little muskier. And Saint Germain smelled like cologne for me. So, and then the oneness of it all and feeling that vibration, it was spectacular. And I really, truly hope everyone can hold this vibration and actually come back to it and work with it, work with the etheric Stargate, and really live in this quantum field, in this super consciousness that we can access here in our physical body. So this would be a beautiful time to share on how people can work with you on the beautiful offering.
So there's a cumulative effect of these meditations. Sometimes I do breathing exercises and suddenly I become aware that I can feel like the vibration in my cells. That was just in the background of my like awareness. But so basically what's happening with the Stargate work is that it is evolving constantly. And our guide Alcazar has asked us to do daily live stream meditation experiences to create a container for our community and to share it as widely as we can. And this container is enabling us to draw forth this leading edge of where the energies can take us. So in becoming super conscious, it is all about connecting to the quantum field. And as I mentioned, like our work is actually evolving so much. Like I have friends who have been on this journey with me since 2012, which is when I first found the Stargate. And my friend Nova, I'm sure wouldn't mind me mentioning, like she's saying, like it used to be with these meditations that you would go up to the higher dimensional frequencies and experience them, and then you'd come back to ordinary reality. And what feels like is happening now is that you're actually bringing these frequencies, like they're coming back with you.
Yeah.
So this truly is exciting for us. And the offering that that we are providing people is to come on this journey with us. We have a monthly meditation membership that will be ongoing.
And what we're doing is 14 days of the month, we're doing a live stream. And usually it's 1 week and then a week off, or some days off and then another week, depending on how our schedule works. And in the time when we're not doing the live stream, Alcazar wants people to repeat that process. Because as I mentioned before, when you repeat, you strengthen the neural netways, the new pathways in your brain. And the reason that we do a week on and a week off, something similar to that, is that in the week off, when we're not doing it, this is saying to people, take responsibility for your own process. We're not going to spoon feed you. Do this for yourself, claim it for yourself. And that way we're working together. It's not us kind of giving you something. It's we're doing it together. And people on the program really recognize that it's the group energy that's creating the receptacle for these new experiences to come in. And like you said, there's been some incredible experiences. Yeah.
And as you said earlier, that is a field of its own that we can tap into and come back into that group energy, which is amplified. So that is beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for your commitment and your mission to help humanity raise consciousness. And thank you for listening to your guides and bringing this forward and your tireless effort at getting this out, because it is effortless, this work. So thank you for your efforts to get people to effortlessness. Yes.
Yeah.
The special offer is available on this webpage, and we hope that everyone checks it out and can experience this beautiful Stargate with Prageet and Julieanne. Again, this is the most important thing that we can do. It is us being very aware and immaculate with our vibration. We are no longer victims when the outside world tends to get to us. It is here. It is this where we need to go and to relax enough to get there. So it is beautiful. And as we close our circle, your vision of the future, I'll give you each both a moment, because I know you are like me, eternal optimists because of this work. So can you share your visions for New Earth?
Wow. It's like right now we're going in two different directions. People are getting more and more awakened and people getting more and more unconscious. There is going to be something that happens, some wild card, some shock, something which is going to create a big disturbance around the world. And that is going to shake those people that have been unconscious into looking again. And the more and more people who already start to awaken, we are raising the energy of the morphic field of humanity. And so we're creating an energetic field of a higher vibration. And that is almost like magnetizing more and more people into, oh, what's going on? Oh, maybe I will meditate. I've thought about it for years, but maybe I'll start it now. Or maybe I'll do some yoga. Or maybe now I've got a little bit of time, I'll start reading some New Age books, whatever it is. And it's like, so the separation is going to continue for a while. And then there's going to be a coming together. And that's when humanity's really going to take off. That's when politics isn't going to be this party against that party. It's going to be individuals with brilliant, beautiful ideas. So it's going to be a challenge and then a celebration.
I'm going to let Alcazar talk. Beloved ones, we have said again and again, abundance is the way that we are drawing you into your highest potential. Abundance is required in order to have freedom to pursue your individual life's path. Humanity as a whole has been kept in a kind of imposed scarcity. This wild card, this one is sensing and describing, we would suggest has everything to do with humanity suddenly recognizing that it no longer needs to be controlled by the forces that have been limiting technologies, realizations, science, knowledge, community, communion, all these ways that abundance has been waiting to come to you. A golden age is indeed in order here. And in order to create this golden age, it is about raising the frequency, because this is what creates the sea change in the level of consciousness, enabling individuals in specific places of power to make the choice to stand for humanity, to stand for the oneness here. And once every individual is cared for, once, for example, energy is free, free energy, transformation will occur so rapidly, you will not know what hit you, so to speak. There will be an explosion of creativity as individuals are free to pursue their true interests that is in alignment with the integrity of their beingness. And so this is our vision. And this is a grand potential that humanity can move into.
When Alcazar talks about abundance, he usually says abundance on all levels. So many people think of abundance as money, but he's talking about abundance of love, abundance of friendship, abundance of freedom, abundance of travel,
abundance of food, abundance of water, abundance of clean air, abundance of
creativity.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he means by abundance.
And we are truly moving towards unity consciousness. And we'll help others get there as well. As we raise our own vibration, we know that this assists the planet and our neighbors and everyone around us. And that's why it is so important. We thank you both, and we thank Alcazar for sharing this wisdom and for truly leaving us in a higher vibration. So again, I thank you both for this incredible time today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Lauren.
And thank you so much for creating all of these opportunities for people to get sparked.
Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. Access all quantum conversations, special offers from our guests, and online healing retreats by visiting acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music, available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.